Okay, somebody called. It was a juicy conversation. I got cut off. But I was saying that, if you do want to open a salon and have a business, that is great as long as you put your 100% into it. What I've noticed as well is a lot of stylists are wondering, okay, which one's better, commission or booth rent? Okay. Touch a little bit on this. I've always owned my own salons the majority of the time, so I've never, no, I did work on commission. I actually worked for Supercuts. I had to think about that a little bit. Supercuts was a great experience for me because I got education. I learned how to cut hair because I didn't know how to cut men's hair at all. And that's basically what I went there for, was the education. We fail ourselves in a lot of these salons with education. Only reason we really go to these big salon chains and get paid $8 an hour is because we are hungry, starving for education. It's really 50-50 on that one as far as I'm concerned, because I've worked booth rent, I've worked one place commission, and all the rest of the time I've owned my own salons. In Seattle, I own my own salon. Here in Houston, Texas, been here 5 years so far. I've owned my own salon here half that time. The other time I was doing booth rent. Booth rent is good and bad. If you are a stylist who does not want to get up and market for yourself, if you are a stylist who never buys your own products, is always dipping and touching other people's stuff, don't do booth rent. I think you should definitely take the time to be clear out about what type of stylist you are, what you are looking for, and what you're willing to give your business. And it's not a pro or con, a good or a bad thing. You just have to be honest with yourself. There are times, that you just want to chill. You don't want any responsibility. If you don't want any responsibility, commission is awesome. You have free products, you have people bringing clients in for you, you have an atmosphere where you have no responsibility other than getting to work on time and leaving. I mean, it's an awesome experience. I know a lot of African Americans do not do commission because we have this attitude of, I'm a boss even if I have one client every 3 months. Do you hear me? I think it's hilarious, but no, to each his own. For me, I just have the mentality that as long as I'm moving, I'm okay. When you get to sitting and thinking and justifying things, you are in the most worst predicament you could ever be in life. You have to do it moving, people. And I know you get me and feel me on that. Like, as long as you are moving in the right direction. For me, it didn't matter to me if I was working in somebody's salon hourly, if I was working in their commission, if I was working in their booth rental, as long as I was working. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to sit still in this industry because there is so much going on. It's constantly changing, so that if you're not plugged in the industry, in a salon, you're going to feel like a dinosaur. You are going to feel like you don't know anything. You don't know how to do anything. It's going to take you 5 hours to do a shampoo and style because you haven't been moving. You haven't been active in your craft. So, for me, everything has its perks. You know what I mean? Everything has its perks. If, I was in New York and given the opportunity to work, under the Ursulas or the Ted Gibsons, you better believe I'm going to be there 30 minutes before time. I don't care if you're paying me hourly. I don't care if you're paying me commission. I'm in this thing to win it. I'm in this thing to learn. These are people who have risen to the occasion, risen to greatness. And you definitely want that to rub off. If I could just, rub shoulder to shoulder with some of these people, I'm going to be happy, and you're not going to be able to tell me anything. And I wouldn't care if it was commission. I'm not a person who thinks so highly of myself to say nobody on this earth can teach me, and I'm not working commission for nobody. Like, I guess if you want to, there's nothing worse than paying booth rent somewhere and all you're making is your booth rent. That's why you can't afford products. That's why you can't move to the next level. That's why you're looking at the person next to you with a schedule full of clientele, mad at them because you haven't made the right decision for where you're at in life and understood that that's not anything to be shameful about. Whether you've been in the industry 4 months or 4 years or 40 years, you really have to understand where you're at, where you want to go. Sometimes these commission and hourly rate salons will help you with that. That's what they're there for, in my opinion. They're there to give you a start and get you on the way to where you want to go. Booth rent, not bashing booth rent either. Booth rent is everything. If you can make sure that your products are fully stocked, if you are the type of person that will go out there and sell, water to a well, booth rent is everything for you. You can be in your room. They have suites down here, which is new for me because in Seattle, we don't have suites. Basically, you can set up your own business in a room. You can get there on time. You can get there late. You can be as raggedy as you want to. You don't have no dress code. You don't have nobody looking over you. And it's everything. You can be as, however you want to set it up. If you want a raggedy business, you can set up a raggedy business because you have clientele. If you want something top-notch, over the top, I've seen suites that have had chandeliers in them. Beautiful, beautiful setups. Awesome business. It's the way to go, And I mean, the suites go anywhere from here, I think $175 to $250, $300. It just depends on what area you're in. But the suites and the booth rents are everything, And you can pay booth rent in a salon, so you can be around other people and learn new techniques and not get left out. That's the only thing I don't like about the suites. I can never do a suite because, it leaves you to ideals of grandeur. I feel like, you could be in a suite and you could be thinking, oh, I'm the coldest one out here. I'm doing my thing. I got clientele. I'm doing finger waves all day, every day. And everybody else outside of the world is doing asymmetrical cuts or, whatever. You're not really plugged in unless you're one of those people who definitely make sure that you stay plugged in. But it's hard if you have, clients. Clients are going to take up all your time Tuesday through Saturday. So you never really get an opportunity to get out and see what's going on in the world and meet other stylists. And that's one thing that I could say you really miss out on, because us as stylists, we tend to not fool with each other like that. We don't talk to each other like that. A lot of us feel like, we're each other's competition for whatever reason. I don't know, because you only have two hands. So you're not going to be out here doing everybody in the world. So good night to that. But, when you're outside of those situations, you get to link up with other stylists, meet other stylists, and learn new techniques and build relationships. And I definitely think that's important in this business, to build solid relationships. That way you don't have to worry about any gossip or drama or anything like that. I think it's good to know other stylists. But back to the booth rent commission thing, I just think it's about really taking a look at yourself and really knowing what it is you want to get out of business. If you want education, if you want to learn structure, go into a commission salon, go into an hourly salon, go into a salon where you have no responsibility other than to learn, other than to pick up on things. If you are strong, if you are a strong player, you're strong from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep at night. Booth rent is awesome. Your own salon is awesome. So definitely don't look at one or the other like, oh, I'll never do that, or I'll never do that, because you never know where you're going to be at in life. You know what I mean? You never know what you can accomplish. And sometimes you having the I'll never do this attitude will, jack you up. It'll really jack you up. It'll really keep you from experiencing some of the things that you need to experience in life. I've had people who've worked as assistants, took a step down and said, let me come assist Shara. And in their assisting me, they were able to pick up on all my techniques. They were able to go out here and get their money. And do you think I'm mad? Nah, I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel a sense of accomplishment because I've not only, helped somebody else out, but I've been able to do that for somebody because it was not done for me. I wasn't able to go in and work for anybody as an assistant. Where I'm from, Seattle is so small that we know all the stylists out there who are really doing something, and they don't want you to know nothing. Get from around here. Don't come over by me, with all that trying to learn stuff, So, you definitely don't want to cut yourself off from any opportunities. I've been blessed to be able to sit up underneath some of the most talented stylists, in Houston, Texas, and New York and Atlanta, and be received warm and, properly, because I came with the right attitude. You know what I mean? I don't ever go on nobody else's stuff talking about, she just curling, she don't know what she doing. You know what I mean? Like, don't cut yourself off from opportunity. So if you want to do commission proudly. Hold your head up and say, I'm in this thing, don't do it in a shameful manner. If you want to do booth rent, do booth rent, but also booth rent, but make sure that you, once again, add to a situation. Don't come into somebody else's business taken away from it because you're on booth rent and your own, you're your own boss type of attitude. If you're your own boss, go get a booth somewhere, go get a studio somewhere. You know what I mean? Don't come, into somebody else's establishment trying to run it. You know what I mean? Because that's where we have all the issues. I hear people all the time, I'm not doing booth rent because these owners are tripping. No, you're probably tripping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it, in a negative way, because I have a whole bunch of issues in my salon either. I love the people I work with. I really enjoy having other talents there because I stay learning from everybody. I stay learning every day. I'm going to stand over you like a hawk like this, and I want to know what you're doing, why you're doing it. I'm all in your business, So, and I like people to do that to me as well, because we're not going to be doing nothing but burning out edges if we don't learn, if we don't continue to learn from people who have their craft down packed. You know what I mean? So but yeah, that's what I wanted you guys to know today. I'm gonna get back on this computer and make sure that I continue to design my salon again, set it up better this time. Have your business set up. That was one mistake that I made too. I went in to a situation thinking, okay, everybody's going to know what to do. Everybody's going to be nice and jolly, and I'm going to have the best salon in the world. No, we need rules. We need rules about your fingernails. We need rules about your armpits. We need rules about, everything. You know what I mean? Shorts. Stop wearing tights, people. I'm going to sign off after this. Like, seriously, if you're going to wear tights, cover your behind. You know what I mean? And yes, I am judging on that, okay? And it doesn't matter what size you are. Just as a professional person, you want to make sure that you come through with a professional, cutting edge look. I had to go get lashes put in. You see these? Because I was trifling. I don't wear makeup. I don't have time for all that. You know what I mean? I'm too busy. I go home and die on my bed. You know what I mean? So, but just make sure that you have rules, from the pinky toe to the top of the hair on the head. You know what I mean? Because nobody's going to think the way you do. So if you want your business to run and flow the way you think is appropriate, get you a rule book together and get it together now. That's part of what I'm doing. If you guys can see here, I'm starting my business concepts and my plans, and that page was so shallow, but I have like a whole bunch of other pages that I'm working on as far as mission statements. What do you want people to know about your salon? What do you want people to feel when they walk in the door? You know what I mean? All that stuff's important. I used to think that don't nobody do that. Mission statement for what? Like, goals for what? But now I know. I'm clear, and I want you guys to get there faster than I got there. Right now I'm 31, riding this thing solo. I'm just now starting to search for answers, and some people shutting the door in my face, don't want to tell me nothing. Others have been gracious, and I appreciate those. But definitely search out those answers and look and start from ground up. Really have a clear focus and a vision for your business, other than it being cute, or other than you just not want to be in nobody else's joint and pay nobody else all the money. Clear vision, clear goals. And hopefully I'll come back and do another video. I haven't done YouTube in a while because I have just been swamp busy. But in my new salon in the Galleria area, I'm right by Ruth Chris and all that. Yeah, girl. I'll be coming through with more videos, and hopefully my sharing what I've learned with you guys will help you to accomplish your goals, do whatever you want to do in life, get it however you want to get it, whether it's booth rent, whether it's own a salon, whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully this helps. All right. I'll see you guys later in my new salon. Bye.